Yo, hey guys, how you doing? How was Leafland this time of year? Cold and shitty? Well, it was cold, and then it warmed up. So now it's just melted ice kind of bad. Which will refreeze, of course. Because of course. Anyway. Thanks for dropping by. We're doing Supply Block Party vs Mutallica, week 4 of the Coach-Pupil League. These are tier 0s, so they're the big boys. Big boys of the CPL right here. We're not going to be trapped in like 8 or so matches this time. So that should be good, but these should be some pretty interesting games. Yeah, not the fun kind of snow. The bad kind of snow. Anywho, we can get started here. I do believe we get a TVT to start, so we got plenty of time to just relax. Get ready for bed. Okay, in the top right, we have Barks here. Or bottom left, rather. We have Fonger. Yeah, TVT can devolve into Vulture Wars. And yeah, I'd agree that certainly not as pleasant as Zergling Wars in ZVZ. And that's like the infamous ZVZ thing that they got going on. Yeah, I think it's partially because with the Zergling Wars in ZVZ, it's on a knife's edge the whole time, and it can really swing very quickly, whereas Vulture Wars are a bit more drawn out. It takes longer to get the vultures. Vultures aren't as nimble and microable as lings, at least in that context. You know, they get clogged on ramps and stuff. Like, lings don't really get clogged. Okay, we got mirrored builds basically here, so nothing to look at just yet. Though gas can start for Barks slightly earlier than Fonger. A Protoss proxy for Vulture or Ling Wars? I think it would be both 2-gate openers, if they're both 2-gate. But even then, that kind of just stalemates. So I don't know. Maybe if they both go 3-gate Goon, they're kind of just stuck making Dragoons attacking into each other. Okay, we got the Scout from Barks. This is Vermeer, so it is a rather large map. Fonger is cross-scouting, perhaps? It looks like it's going to be a cross. No, it's not. It was a misplaced SCV. Or perhaps it was just checking the center for a proxy. Which Barks also, seeing the direction where that SCV is coming from, checked the center as well. So they're concerned about potential cheese. Yo, hey guys, thanks for dropping by. And is met with 2 Marines. 2 Marines is a good number to have in TVT. Lets the SCV in, though. That's a little sad, but not the end of the world. Not that big of a deal. Unless you're doing something really crazy. Parks is going for a command center upon seeing what's going down in the main here. Fonger also. So we have mirrored builds, but Bark seems to be just a little faster. Most regards, it seems, other than SCV count. Does kill the SCV to deny vision, but the SCV did see the command center, so should expect to have basically the same stuff. Now, what we're waiting to see is, will this devolve into Vulture Wars, as we talked about earlier? Where they just kind of go lots of vultures, only vultures, and try to overwhelm the vulture speed. So, Barks is going to do something vulture related here. Good transfer. Transfers 5 SCVs. That's a very good number. As I talked about last week, I was really talking about the SCV or worker transfers in general being like way too much. People would transfer way too many workers from their main mineral line, leaving it unsaturated. In this case, only 5 was taken, and as you can see, both mineral lines very quickly saturated natural, and the main stays. Similar situation here, so they both know their stuff, as expected of tier 0. Very good to see. Going for the Goliath build here, though. Don't see this all too often. Something I've seen some Terrans working on recently is using a Goliath push of sorts, but no machine shop. Okay, Spyran 3 fact vulture, so this with a tank. So it doesn't look like this is going to devolve into Vulture Wars, but we do have this Goliath push that's incoming. Some exchange going down, realizing that he does not have enough army to fight all these vultures. Yeah, good morning, guys. Or good evening. Finds a random vulture, catches it, that's nice. Or we're gonna get an engagement here. Focusing down the tank first. No, the vultures only remain, but there are mines. Good mine drag right there, sending that Goliath up to detonate the mine on their own vultures. Now looking to run by and place mines where the reinforcements are going. There's nothing here really defend against these vultures from killing workers. Oh, little dangerous. Some of these mines are very close to these SCVs. He's sending more down to get back to mining, but these vultures were not cleared out. So nearly all the SCVs die, sadly. We're back at home. More vultures. Tanks being produced, going up to 5 factories. This is still looking good for Barks. He traded out a lot of vultures to those SCVs, but he got them, and not like Fonger had much of an army left over afterwards either, so Barks squarely in the lead here. Sending over tanks, look like he's looking to siege contain him. Whereas Fonger is taking a 3rd base, which I do not think he'll be able to hold, but you know, we've seen things happen, and these guys are very good. Oh, 1 second here, I just realized something. anyway. Oh, go into the natural. More SCVs die. They're trying to block the ramp to prevent them from going into the main. As the glass from behind are trying to do their best to kill the rest. But they do get up into the main here. Oh, this mine drag. Okay. That could have ended that right there. Oh, this mine is just a bit offset, so these tanks get to live another day. This one tank at 1 HP, unfortunate that that wasn't targeted earlier. Losing that glass to more mines. These mines have been working extremely well for Barks. These mine drags also have been pretty good for Fonger. Fonger also keeping up an SCV count, which is great. The issue is he lacks army to keep up with this 5 factory. Still only has 3. The 2 machine shops is good to catch up in tank count, but there are no tanks yet. Only Goliaths, which are doing their best to fight against all these mines and vultures. Another SCV transfer, but these vultures are not yet cleared. But that was actually for fighting, not transferring. Hopefully these mines don't get dragged into these SCVs. We need them to live here. Wraith been made as well, going across the map it looks like. Command center at the 3rd is done, only 1 SCV mining because things are really going bad here. Ooh, another good mine for Barks. Yeah, Barks is getting further and further ahead. The SCV count is dropping now for Fonger. These mines now killing the SCVs. Oh, it looks like we'll have a winner soon here. Well played, honestly, on both sides. You can see how they're executing a lot of the concepts that the tier 1 players are attempting to do, but they're doing it rather well. Many of these situations have been quite back and forth, which is excellent. The 3rd CC floating away, but we can see that there's going to be not too much left here for Fonger. I'll push out to try and buy some more time to maybe catch up in the game. And actually doing a reasonable job. Most of those units are dead, just need to deal with the mines. This tank. Mines continue to be laid at where the factories are, so these units keep getting hit with them when they come out. And a 3rd base started here for Barks. So even though Fonger got some things that he would like to happen, it's still not enough just yet. Finally has a tank out. Ooh, that could have been bad. The aggression's continuing. Barks may be looking for the 3rd base that he knows that floated away somewhere. Which is still floating. Sees that isn't there anymore. Yeah, this is a little bit wasteful. But you know, if you're this far ahead, you can trade. Go 1-for-1 trades. It's fine. That's good. Just don't want to overextend, but when you're really far ahead, it's okay to trade. That's what you want. Losing a stray tank is a little unfortunate, though. It might get away. Oh, the Vulture. Traitor Vulture here blocks his ally. Even destroys himself with his own mine. These 3 Goliaths fighting on the high ground. Fights that back. There's not much to be found here. Still on 5-fac, getting the upgrades. No +1 just yet, but it's on the way. Well, we can see the economy here is looking real rough for Fonger. Third base maybe attempting to bind. Going for a desperation push. Fortunately, didn't get his tank sieged in time. Oh, Vulture run by yet again. These poor SCVs have really gotten a number done to them this game. Okay, even just delaying the mining. You don't even need to kill them, just stop them from mining. Oh, even eats a mine here. These mines have definitely been the bane of Fonger's existence. Probably wondering where that third base is, but it doesn't really matter. We can see the army is triple the size of what Fonger has. We might get an anticlimactic GG here. Wraith on Barkside. I don't know what happened to the Wraith of Fonger. Likely died to something. Alright, looks like a final engagement here. But all the tanks are gone. GG's call. Oh, then. Actually, very, very close until it wasn't. Very good on both sides, though. Yeah, Terran theme, too. Excellent choice. Yeah, very, very good game. I like, especially for TVTs, which can be infamously slow and boring. That was good to see how back and forth it was, at least at the start. A lot of action. Moving on, we're going to Radion for Game 2. Yep. Another 4-player map. Nice and big. If you were here for Week 1, we've seen Vermeer and Radion before. I think at this point we've seen all the maps. Oh, hey guys, thanks for dropping by. Alright, into Game 2. Top right, we have Barks. Top left, we have Fonger. They both seem to be adhering to the red versus blue color scheme. You know, up to this point, the other teams in CPL have been using kind of whatever colors. You know, always nice to see red versus blue. It's fun. Okay, now I wonder what the plan is this time. Goliath builds like that in TVT are a bit more special, so I don't think we'll see it again. Okay, supply depot in front of the command center and supply depot below the mineral line. Placing the supply depot here makes the SCVs pop out closer to the mineral line. That's why you'll see Terrans often do this. See, watch. There he goes, right, like, look at, that's a lot closer. "12 gas, making a barracks." We can see the optimization for Barks is definitely looking much stronger. Again, Barks just looks like doing a very similar thing so far. Scouting. See what direction he takes. Looks like it is going to be a first scout. Kind of dipping down a bit, maybe checking for stuff. Fonger not sending out a scout at the typical Terran time. Going to do it a bit later, it seems. It doesn't know the direction of where that SCU is coming, because he did first see it when it was already in his natural. Seems he's guessed correctly, though. He won the 50-50. Okay, Bart sees everything. Nothing out of the ordinary, really. SCV does survive. Oh, and Barks kills Fonger's SCV. Fonger doesn't know anything that's going on, so this is quite a nice lead for Barks already, with just these small moves. And a little bit of luck with the scouting direction. Barracks floating over for additional scouting. Fonger going up to 4 Marines. He might go for a push. A 1-base push of some kind. I don't see a machine shop. Maybe we'll see it after this vulture is done. Does kill that SCV going for a second scout. No good machine shop. It's like going for a command center, so is... Oh, actually is pushing out. Just going for a raw Marine Vulture push out here. Oh, Bark saw the amount of Marines and is wary. Sending his own group. He might not know. They're gonna meet here. He has more Vultures, so that's good, but... Oh, the target firing for Barks is just so much better. Killing all the Marines. Wow, Barks had a lot less. Other than the 1 Vulture advantage, managed to basically trade evenly almost. Oh, this is gonna be close, but it looks like Fonger loses this battle. SCV plus Vulture attacking is stronger than SCV plus Vulture repairing. So if you ever get in a weird trade in TVT, remember that. Looks like that push out didn't amount to much, and now Fonger is a bit behind army-wise, but economy is looking okay. So we still have a fairly good shot here, especially it is TVT. Siege tank lines can draw things out quite a bit. So still advantage Barks here. Up to 3 factories now. Looks like going for Vulture play. Going to 4th factory, we're going to see lots of Vultures. With the machine shop just starting, this is not looking good for Fonger. Especially with the barracks giving all this info. Slow Vultures are slow Vultures, but there's 5 here and 4 here. Yeah, here's your Vulture, man. Yeah, there's your Vulture, man. And there's an engagement. Look at all these Vultures. There's gonna be more. Already overwhelming. Looks like it's already the end of days for Fonger here. The legendary Vulture Man. SCV's desperately trying to block, but there's nothing to block for. No units. These three Vultures, hey, they're here, but, you know, there's 4 times the Vultures of the opponent. They're not going to be able to help. Oh, that's too bad. It was a good attempt. I like the idea. GG's called. I was expecting a like one factory tank push. But no, that surprised me a bit. Bark's showing that excellent target firing, making good use of those engagements. Well played. And with that, no more TVTs, which is great. All right. What is our next one? Looks like it's going to be a ZVP, Zerg vs. Protoss. So I'll be going back to Vermeer for this. Yeah, they have some good names for sure. Yeah, you can draw out games in TVT. Like, if you draw it out enough, you'll eventually go back to being kind of even. It can also make the opponent quite frustrated, being unable to kill you. But it certainly was not looking good there for those factory timings. Once the early rush failed. It was a good showing overall. Okay. Here we go. Razz versus Izu. Yeah, should have optical flare fire bat rushed for sure. Alright. Not playing red versus blue. We have Izu in the top right. We have Razz, the bottom left. Okay. Standard Overlord scouting direction, but in this matchup, your Overlord can scout whatever direction it pleases. You can go the other way. This direction only matters in ZVT because Marines can shoot Overlords. Protoss don't have anything early that can shoot Overlords other than cannons, and they're stationary. Okay, Gateway first. Good to see. We haven't seen many gate expands for Protoss this CPL. It's mostly been Forge expands. Yeah, the main reason is because this is where the natural is in this location, so the Overlord can get over the cliff and see what's happening without being in danger. That's kind of why they scout in these directions. Second one should go to near the front of the natural. This is a bit too far out, but Izu maybe has a plan. Looks like we're scouting with this drone, and the scouting drone can also potentially push down a hatchery if you get disrupted. But anyway, the talk about the Overlord. Usually you want it around here at the natural so you can see potential cannon rush. But given the pool timing, it makes sense that Izu didn't do that. If you go for some hatch first play, you definitely want to do that. But there was no hatch first this time. So, the Overlord, it makes sense. Like, this is really good stuff. Okay, Zealots moving across the map. Probe also here. Probe Zealot makes it so that the Zealot only takes 2 hits to kill a Zergling instead of 3, which is big. Oh, the Zergling's weak to a probe hit right there. Okay, we're up to 5 Zerglings now. Good pullback, and he gets the probe. Oh, a bit of miss micro, but they've been microing very well. Yeah, gets in that position. Zealots like to go behind minerals to get that nice denial of surface area so they can do more damage and be more effective. But does get caught and killed, finally. But that was 1 Zealot, 1 probe, which forced out quite a bit of Zerglings. There's a second Zealot, though, that was sent across, so... You know, never mind that last statement. The appropriate amount of Zerglings were made. Good micro again. Ooh, like this Zealot, he's a god. Ooh. That he finally missed micros a little bit, but you know what, that's okay. He played like a god. We're not Flash, so we can't play perfectly all the time. Okay, we're gonna see. Is there gonna be... thing out of the ordinary? It looks like it's going to be standard Spire after Lair. 3 hatches. Protoss. The gas is a bit late, I think. Okay, Zealot continuing to disrupt the economy here. Zerglings to defend. Just need to jam yourself behind the minerals and you'll be A-okay. Okay, does deal with that well enough. Good micro again. The Zealots are still going. Yeah, now they're up to speed Zergling, so they're gonna be harder to deal with, though. Oh, micro. Okay. It still hasn't killed any drones. It's only really killed Zerglings. It does get one there. Okay. Hiding this Zealot or scouting with it, or both. You know, a little both is okay. Not seeing a Stargate, so it looks like we got ourselves a Zealot man. From what I see here. One of the tells for Zealot man is that you'll see the upgrade for +1 weapons start before 4 minutes. I think this is late anyway, so what I'm talking about doesn't matter, I think. But anyway, so if you have your forge out front and the Zerg sees it spinning that early, it could be a big tell for what's coming. In this case, it's hidden. The Zealots are sneaking in. This guy from before, he's sneaking in. Sees that standard spire. Scourge are going to scout this. The Zerglings are across the map. Ooh, a little bit of miss micro there again. But he's disrupting mining, and that's actually quite relevant. This can... And even gets a kill, might get another. Mining disruption does matter. Ooh. Wasn't able to fit out there, clicks on the spire. You know, still reasonable value. Looks like he did see mutas, too. So, we're gonna count the number of mutas. This is important. Considering Razz's Zealot Man, he doesn't have anti-air other than cannons. Does go to double Stargate, though, after his Zealot Man. +1 weapons, too. But this could be a bait. We have to see the number of mutas. If he only stays on 5, this is a massive investment into something that is not happening. And it looks like it's only... No, we're going up more than 5. Okay. So perhaps this was not in vain, but this double Stargate is going to catch up real quick here. It's only 6 mutas still, though. You have to ask, is when are more coming in here? There's 7. Okay. Probes retreat after taking some losses. The Zealots are coming now. Looks like they're going straight for the 3rd, which has good SimCity defense here. That's going to be hard to deal with. Get your Zealots through. Oh, he does get in, though. These 3 Zealots blocking the Zerglings at the front, and see how these Zealots are struggling to get to this sunken, just goofing off all the time, and most of the Zealots end up retreating. As they're hunted down by these 7 mutas. Corsair count, continue bank up. So the Zealot Man didn't really work out. Okay, yeah, banking up. See how many Corsairs they can go to. Doesn't seem to be a, like, really consistent number they go to off of double Stargate. I think we'll see, like, maybe a full control group or close to. Templars are on the way. 6 Corsairs against 9 mutas. Especially when the mutas get caught. He's fine with tanking those Scourge. He has a better engagement here, and all these mutas look like they're gonna die. He might get a Templar, though. He does. But, you know, not worth, but you gotta get what you can get. We are seeing the 4th base, too. There's the Hydra switch. +1 and range is almost done. Yeah, it's a snap decision. You either gotta choose to just trade them for a Templar or 2, or try and split them up and retreat. You know, you might not be confident you'll escape the Corsairs. Ooh. Hydra's doing a good job fending off the Corsairs now, well, but these are exposed. I think a lot will die here. Does lose another Corsair, but Zerg is now supply blocked. Still 5 Corsairs remaining. No more are being made just yet. Likely not ever, unless there's a massive muta switch again. Yeah, Zerg is very supply blocked. Oh, hey guys, thanks for dropping in. Something I like to see from Protoss players is to be able to retain their Corsairs into mid and late game and not just throw them away for Overlords. Like, this is good. Like, they've done an exceptional amount of damage. So they can just kind of back off and be alright. These Hydras trying to hunt them down. Good sense from the Zerg to track them and where they're going. Third base does get up for Protoss. Fourth base is not yet up and running, despite being finished for a little bit. Oh, this Templar's a little exposed. But the defenders are ready. Robo is up, so we'll see observers soon. Second forge being added. You know, I guess this is a preference thing, but a lot of Protosses don't get the forge until a bit later, like when they're getting 3/3. Or like shields and +3 armor, and then shields and then +3 weapons. Oh, Dark Templar sneaking out of the map. Very likely Izu did not see that. That happens. Corsair's trying to get more kills, and you see another Corsair's died. And has not gotten much out of it. But here's the sneaky. Izu has not been really diligent with the Overlords in their proper positioning, and now is going to lose a ton of drones he doesn't notice just yet. Ouch, this is suffering. But then he's going to look at this base later and see that there are 0 drones, and he'll be like, oh. I guess that happened. Well, sees it now. But already 12 drones dead, 13 even. Too distracted by these Corsairs, and that's what the Protoss can often do to you. Distract you with these spooky Corsairs, and then a DT finds a weakness. Dark Templars are invisible after all, the infamous invisible man. The Lurker Contain is kind of set up here while that was all going on. But it's not much of a contain when Razz has most of his army already out. So you see the Dragoons are trying to position themselves out to hit these Lurkers. The Lurkers are exposed. They're kind of just by themselves. Supporting units not there just yet. They're coming in now, but this is when the Zealots are deciding to bust out as well. See, now it's kind of a back and forth here. The Hydras are targeting down the Templars, but the ones that have energy still live, and only the ones that used up their storms are dead. So that's very good management by Razz, despite the good targeting fire from Izu. But then all these Lurkers are dead. Zerg has to retreat. Looks like he's going to expand after this as well. Going to the corner, maybe? If Protoss gets a corner base, then Zerg is in real trouble. No, he's just going to take this side one. Okay. Hiding this probe for later, maybe. Trying to push up, but this one's already well defended. Now, smartly pulls back, because nothing's going to get done there. Single Lurker somehow remained and was forgotten about. Does some extra damage it probably shouldn't have, but it does get cleaned up. Okay, Izu has not been slipping on the macro, though. Upgrades still going good. And has another base almost ready to go. Even snuck these units over here while I was talking about other stuff. Maybe should have been focusing the Nexus. But you know, damage is damage. Forcing the entire army to draw over here and then moving his army down here. Or attempting to backstep these legs, but they get spotted by the observer, and then these units, you know, encounter a larger force here and have to pull back. Defilers are out. And consume not quite done, so we'll be seeing Dark Swarm soon. Protoss is pushing up. Another good counterattack now that he knows the entire army is at his third. So this base will fall. Now the question is, will Izu's base? Izu's base will fall as well, so that is not very good for Izu. These are production buildings he kind of needs. He is trying to defend it. Well, not all his units are fighting, but Zerg has a lot to manage here. And he is concerned about all these storms. This base is now cut off, but it does at least have a Nidus. And he's expanding over here. Ross did lose his fourth base, so he will also need to find a new place to expand. Ooh, losing a Templar that had high energy there. Okay, good storms. Yeah, this is what you want as Protoss and what you don't want as Zerg. Getting funneled like that and eating an entire storm. Oh, another one goes down. This was crippling. Zerg is also supply blocking. Now there's Plague. Plague is confirmed done. He loses all those defilers and units. Sneaky cannons were made here, so this base is going to get denied. I don't think he knows about this expansion. And actually did decide to go for that corner base. Oh, the pylon was built just a little too close and was probably spotted by the hatchery there. By the look of it. If this corner base gets up, Protoss is going to be in this for a very long time. And this base still gets denied with the Protoss army coming up to kill it. So still, Zerg is stuck on 4 bases. Protoss is on 3 and getting up his 4th right now. Ooh, this brave drone trying to get in a base. Razz does notice and stops it. Yeah, right now that secret 4th base for Zerg is keeping him in this for sure. Zerg might be thinking that Protoss is aiming to take this position. Hopefully the lingering vision doesn't make him see these transferring probes. And, you know what? He looks like he might have saw it and is checking. Maybe these Zerglings are looking for a potential expander as well, even taking this position himself. Another last-minute play gets off, kills that. So it looks like he's aiming to attrition the Protoss a bit here. Just send out his defilers, get the plagues down, then back off. You have a momentum that is very good to be able to outspeed your opponent. Does discover this base finally, but he's got a bunch of plagued units. These aren't going to, you know, be super effective. Need to be, yeah, switching into the more Archon-heavy composition. We might be seeing Reavers soon as well. Okay, checking this base, it's still not been remade. Isu's running low on funds. They should be both as well. Natural and main have run out for Protoss, only the 3rd left. The Zerg only having a run out natural and his 3rd, which only has, so not too many drones there. This is actually quite close. Does storm his own units a little bit too much there, but that happens. Here's the big drone transfer. This base actually, this is a sneaky base. It is actually going to get up. And this will be huge for Izu. Putting more pylons down. Izu seems to be under the impression that Razz is taking this base, which he looks like he is. Trying to long distance mine. Ooh, I think Razz might have noticed. Actually, no, he doesn't notice. Only just needs to be ever so slightly closer to see those Zerglings. I think the Overlord that was sent down here died and Izu didn't notice because other things were going on. Okay, once again, great counterattack, stopping this base from getting up. Doesn't get cancelled even. Still doesn't notice this base. If this base was discovered, it'd be pretty dead. Ooh, Izu does try to attempt to fight this, but you're gonna need a lot more to get up here. This is Dark Templar Storm, soon to be Reaver. Gonna need a significant amount to stop that. And he's sending more. This is gonna be a hard-fought fight. But if this corner falls, Protoss will likely die here. The issue is there's no detection, so this Dark Templar has free reign. And the Storms can clean up most of the rest. Even more Dark Templars being added, and the reinforcements Zerg had that were coming completely killed off. The elephant in the room is this Protoss army. Zerg doesn't have the ability to directly fight it. Unless they catch it. I don't think this is enough to catch it. Killing that probe, that's nice at least. This base is going to die. Zergleby has 2 bases mining. Protoss is on 2 as well, but has the corner. Has the ability to expand into that natural there, and is going to take the 6 o'clock. Whereas Zerg is denied this. Sneak base is only thing keeping Zerg in this right now. Looks like he doesn't have enough army anymore. He just can't catch up. He doesn't have the production buildings. All these units are going to die here. It looks like this is the beginning of the end. GG's call. Actually, amazing game. Gypsy, thank you for the raid. That was an excellent game. Holy shit. You know, props to some of these tier 0 players. They're actually insanely good. Thank you again, Gypsy. So, Razz takes game 1. But it was close. It was very close. Alright, next game is going to be on Radeon. Which, again, another 4-player map. So we could see another big game like that, or we could go full cheese mode. You know, sometimes players will just do that. They'll throw out the cheese after losing a long game, see if it sticks, and then all of a sudden it's 1-1. How sober is Razz? Oh man, he's got his training weights on while he's playing. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Alright, into game 2. In the bottom right, we have Razz. And top left, we have Izu. They're cross positioned, so we could get an extremely long game. Now, this is what I'm wondering. It's like, will one of them go for the cheese? Either a quick finisher for a 2-0, or a comeback and it's all of a sudden it's 1-1. A lot of these CPL players are honest. They'll do the honorable same thing. Okay, looks like we got a pylon scout this time. Let's see where he goes. Like going to the top right, kind of scouting in a... No, it doesn't matter. Going to the top right. Might see the Overlord. Since the Overlord will eventually get over here second, but that'll be a little while. Well, looks like it's not going to see the Overlord. Going for a 12 hatch. You know, typically Zerg will go for 11 hatch in this matchup if they're going to hatch first, but 12 hatch works too. It's just a little bit more vulnerable to gateway first than 11 hatches, but Razz is going for Forge Expand. Does see the hatch first place, so we'll be putting down the Nexus because why build a cannon for something that isn't coming? Also, looks like going for a cannon rush. Is spotted. The drones are pulled. Usually it's 4 to 5. Let's see if they can hop over. They do. So it's just bait. Or not. It looks like he's committing. Oh, kind of blocked his own probe out of there, just realizing that as he's trying to make the other one run away. Let's let this pylon finish. Didn't build the cannon for some reason. Had the money. Will he cancel? No, kills the drone because he knows he can fight the drone when he gets the first hit. So we're gonna have full-on cannon rush here. Does lose the probe, unfortunately, so this is one cannon. So this is... Potentially, Izu can fight this off. It's just one cannon. I think a Zergling can fit in there, and yes, that it does. Can it move to the side to let its friends in? That would be nice. There we go. Cannon is cancelled. So looking good for Izu here now that, you know, 300 minerals of pylons was just thrown down. Cannon's cancelled, so you get a bit of a refund. And lost the probe. Lost 2 probes, even. So, excellent hold by Izu, taking a 3rd hatch when all that was going down. Cancelled something there, I didn't catch it. Was for the supply. A bit of a supply block, so build a building so you can make something else, then cancel. So 2 cannons made because of the amount of Zerglings. This Nexus is a bit late, but... you know, not too bad. This is not great. This is definitely Zerg feeling good about this. Yeah, it's 75% for the amount of money you get refunded for the cancel. And chasing down this scouting probe, Zergling speed, it's about halfway done. So, not gonna catch a microed probe unless mistakes are made. Now let's see. What build are we going for? Second gas being taken. Forge is not spinning. Gonna be a bit frugal with our spending, imagine as Protoss, considering how late this Nexus is. Stargate coming up. Still has 2 probes on the map. Desperately wants that scouting info. Is gonna see that Zerg is being very macro heavy here. Not even gonna see what's up in the main. It does see that that's a lot of drones. But still, when you see like 10 Zerglings, 10, 12 Zerglings, you can be a little scared because it's like, you know, that could be just a large portion of a larger army. Or this could be also all Zerg has. No extra cannons being thrown down either because... Oh, well, the Zerglings run in because this was not walled properly, so they're going to see everything. Again, the main probably kill probes. Gets 1. Disrupts mining, too. That's big. We have to remember. Okay, 2 probes down, but... You know, not bad. Kills most of the... Kills all the Zerglings with just the probes. Only losing 2, so... Not great, but not bad. You know, 2 more hatches being up here. And we're going for Mutalisks again. Corsair does scout. Just scouting around here, not super engaging. This is already up to 5 mutas. Just have to see. Well, we're going for 6. A single muta is not going to fight this Corsair well, but the issue is the other mutas. Corsair wisely retreating. So again, it looks like we're going for lots of mutas again. Probably going to go up to 10. 5 mutas is the magic number. 1 shots probes, 2 shot side Templars. That's why I talk about 5 mutas all the time. Already getting massive value here. Snowballing his lead. But yeah, Zerg can go into 5 mutas and then just literally not make more mutas. Like, behind this, Izu could have been straight into Hydras, no extra mutas. It's all G. Going for 7 mutas. Kills a Corsair. Going for more probes. God. Killing the Corsairs with losing his mutas in the process. You know, that could make you want to make more mutas here. You know, refill, go up back up to 5 or so. So these 3 mutas are already, like, the trades were good. Maybe not a perfect world thing, but it's still a good decision to make. You're this far ahead. See, Dark Templar being a sneaky, but does get spotted. Unfortunate for Sneaky Boy here. Overlords are in position this time, so no massive damage gonna be dealt. He's gonna scout around though. Always worthwhile to have the ability to scout without being taken out. Still making Corsairs, you have to fear that potential to remax on mutas. That kind of idea. Zizou could have easily gone back up to 10 mutas. Razz would not have known. So kind of forced to make Corsairs or just cut corners. Does cut, though. Not making any more. Just wanted to go up to 2, I guess. Maybe saw something that I didn't see here. Kills a couple Hydras, though. You know, always nice to get free stuff when you can. Oh, is gonna get caught out by this, though. Yeah, good reaction. Gonna get this 4th base started, though. Back to the 3 mutas, but that's all there are. Hydra upgrades are on point. Has the +1. Not 5 High Templars here. So Templar count is going good, so we'll see a push out soon. Hydra range is not done yet. But will be very soon, so it doesn't matter in this case. Okay, we've gone back up to 5 mutas, however. Gonna look to snipe probes. This is not a probe. Hey, there, realizes he's attacking a pylon, kills a probe and leaves. You know, maybe just wanted to get the pylon just cuz. And spots another probe, is going for it. And checks the mirror line, dive on the gas probes. Yep, priority killing the gas probes. More gas gone means less High Templars and other general tech things that Protoss needs. Ooh, Storm misses, but does get a little bit of the mutas, so the Corsairs are able to just finish them off. Would have liked to see the mutas actually just retreat after killing the High Templar, not just stay there. But there's probably stuff being made behind, and that's the priority here. Queen's Nest drops. We're gonna see Overlord drops. Lurker's almost done. Fourth base is done, but not saturated just yet. And Hydra's poking in. Protoss is trying to expand out. Zerg knows, at least. This supply block for Zerg as well. So this is a lot of stuff. Gonna need some good storms to hold all that. Hive on the way, Carapace. Yup. Only 2 Evo chambers. You know. That's fine. I personally like having 3 after the first upgrade's done. Hold on, we got an engaging here. Looks like this base might be denied, but the army actually gets here. Because these Hydras are desperately trying to get some value, and denies a Templar that had an extra storm, so some value was found. These Hydras posturing very well, just don't throw yourselves away needlessly. You see how these small amounts of Zerg units are really scaring Razz here. Meanwhile, okay, fourth base finally getting at least a little saturated. More stuff being built, Lurkers. +2 is done. +2 range. Hive is just about done, so we should see Adrenal Glands Defiler Mound soon. Yes? No? Maybe? +1 melee started. There's the Defiler Mound. Okay. Zerg has good map control and taking corner base down here the bottom left. Oh, and going for top right as well. He knows he's ahead. He can afford to do this. Lurker drop. We talked about those drops earlier, and those Lurkers definitely got some probes there. 9 kills on these Lurkers. I did miss that. 4 on that one, so there were significant probe losses. And an attack here. Kills 2 High Templars, maybe 3. Does get 3. They all had high energy. This is looking disastrous for Protoss this time. And these Lurkers are still just denying mining and killing these probes that are being built. And finally going to get cleaned up as another attack tries to poke in, but is defended. This army just mostly been chilling here the whole game. Being a little cautious. That's okay. And when you're really far ahead, you can afford to be a bit cautious. Consume is almost done, so we should see a big push when Defilers are out and Consume's ready. Without, this is a small Protoss army. It is likely going to be a nice clean sweep for Zerg, but it's all gonna hinge on these storms. How good are they? And if Izu takes bad engagements or not. Alright, here we go. This is a giant army, though. It's like 3 times the size almost of this. The Templars are in front and they're getting picked off before doing anything. That is absolutely not what we wanted to happen. Only have 2 storms available, and this is an army that could A-move, just completely A-move, and it wouldn't matter. We could single-file Congo line into this army, and it wouldn't matter. It is playing defensive, might think for us is more than they do. Playing safe, just picking off goons with smaller groups of Hydras. Another lurker drop, I was talking about that, and that's the end of Razz. GG's called. On to game 3, we'll be on Butter. Bam. These guys are Gosu, man. Love to see it. Yeah, Zerg was playing extra cautious, but he could afford to, and he was denying Protoss the whole time. Just getting those upgrades, getting more army, slowing down the Protoss at the same time, keeping them on 3 bases. Butter is a 2-player map, so it's gonna go a bit differently than these big 4-player ones, at least I'd imagine. Yeah, good stuff though, actually very excellent. Alright, game 3. So, top right, we have Izu. Bottom right, we have Razz. It is Butter. So, they kind of start on this side of the map to the right here. Kind of have to expand outwards from there. Okay. So, Izu maybe last game, or rather Razz. Razz seeing Izu do a 12 hatch last game maybe prompted the Bloodlust and made him attempt a cannon rush. Maybe. I don't know if the cannon rush was planned all the time, but maybe seeing 12 hatch, you're like, I'm gonna cannon rush, get an easy win. Which kind of backfired. Excellent reaction from Izu to stop it. Now, Butter is a quite cleverly designed 2-player map. I see another pylon scout here. Going for a pool first build in this game. Which makes sense. It's a 2-player map, so going for hatch first can be a pain because the probe can get there early and block you. You don't want to do that on a 2-player map. So you see like pool first or over pool builds quite often on 2-player maps. This matchup. Something of that ilk. Might go for Nexus first regardless, or Nexus after Forge. These drones are pushing back. This probe does get up. Sometimes that probe can micro really well and just keep you off that hatchery forever. Seeing that, goes for Nexus before cannon. 6 Zerglings are being made, though they aren't all at once. So they're gonna try and push back the probe. They aren't gonna get here in time for the cannon. Razz knowing the timing. 2 cannons playing extra safe. But understandable. 2 cannons does keep you safe against 6 lings, allegedly, math-wise. As 6 lings can potentially pick off 1 cannon. However, with good wall blocking, 1 cannon can do the job as you see here. However, if it was only 1 cannon, Izu may have forced the issue. But backs off here because there's 2. Okay, gas underway. Oh. Wonder if Razz will go for another Zealot Man build. Though it was a bit of a janky one in the first game. I like the idea of it, though. Except for when I'm playing against it. I hate Zealot Man. I hate it so much. Anyway, that's just me. Okay, Hydra Den, okay. A 3-hatch Hydra build. See the numbers. Is it gonna be 973? Watch. It's very likely to be the case.
My life for ire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, core is being made here. This actually might cost Razz the game. We now have less space for cannons. So if this 973 here, that's coming up, could just kill him because he's less cannons, less space for cannons. Another probe is going to go up for scouting, so these Zerglings are going to try and deny. 973 is the number of drones per mineral patch at expansions. So, third base has 3, natural has 7, main has 9, and then you have 3 additional for gas. We don't talk about that. Yep, 973 it is. Here they come. Hydra speed is almost done. Razz does not know. Upon seeing the Hydra, however, with speed, that might trigger a reaction, and it does immediately. Again, probably regretting this Cyber Core placement. It's like, man, that's 2 more cannons I could have had. Maybe he can fit a third, maybe he can fit a cannon here, and it'll be not so bad. Now, maybe this won't be too bad, just not super ideal. Anyway, the Hydras are here. Fending off the Courser. Courser already low. Very low, even. It was Nexus after Forge. Okay, Hydra range is not quite done yet, but almost. Does confirm indeed it is the cursed number or the sacred numbers. Alright, gonna bash this down. You want to kill these. The buildings blocking your movement really does hamper you when trying to fight. Okay. Dark Templar first. Storm on the way. Interesting choice considering there are overlords already in play. There's like no units whatsoever. Very tech heavy. There's the shuttle. It is going to be DT drops. That's what I was looking for. I was like wondering, what's the tech? And it is DT drop. Okay, that's a pretty good counter. Oftentimes your overlords won't be in the right positions. A negligent Zerg can cost them like that. Going up to a 4th hatch and is making drones, so is just containing for now. Corsair was going to scout, but then decided to turn around. Oh, is gonna die to these. Oh, no, turns around again. Oh, he's 2 hits away. Safely gets back the Bane. Maybe scouting out a path for the shuttle. Yeah, the shuttle is now gonna opt to go a very long way around. 2 DTs ready. We have Storm and Cannons. It's not going to get broken without a massive commitment. Carapace being started and +1 range, so doing 2 chambers at once. And Lurkers. Shuttle stopped to pick up a High Templar. A quick change out. The High Templar at the front is now in the shuttle. Drops off 1 DT. It's going to go to 3rd. This is defended with Overlords. But you know, if there's no units to shoot the Dark Templar, and you're not looking, it might not matter. Ooh, shuttle gets spotted. That's unfortunate. Doesn't get into the main, and it's a slow shuttle, so these Hydras can catch it. Yeah, you see, they're all descending on it from all directions. Oh, this is dangerous game. A lot of Razz's stuff hinges on this play. Gonna send out the DT to just walk. I was gonna say just fight without having vision, or Overlord, or the Hydras having vision of it. But it looks like he's just gonna check things out and scout, taking a lot of free damage. Here comes the storm. You know, Dark Templars are scary, and now Isu's gonna find out he's missing an entire mineral line, so the Dark Templars did get the job done. In a way, the other Dark Templar, I think, got some kills here and died while we were checking that out. We are missing some drones here, so that looks like it was the case. Okay. Looks like a lurker contain. Dragoons killed the cannon so they can get out. Probably wants to kill this egg too. Yeah, there we go. +1 armor on the way. Is actually not getting attack at all, just focusing on armor. Oh, I lied, because there's a second forge, so it's gonna be 2-1 with 2 armor +1 attack. It's looking just in case there was a second forge there. Oh, just a pylon in the corner there that you can't see. And Dragoon's trying to fend off these lurkers, but this time they're actually defended a bit. These Dragoons not getting ideal trades they like, but those Hydras just ate a big storm. And another one. So these Dragoons are actually going to be able to maybe break out of this. Observer's still alive. I'd like to see these lurkers run away, because there's nothing else here. Looks like it's not to be the case. They were abandoned. Slow Overlord dies as well. These Hydras are still here, looking for a potential catch, but these Hydras get their catch. Big catches here. That one had nearly full energy. Isu doing a good job catching these High Templars. Only one here with 2 storms available. More lurkers being made, just one it looks like. 2-2 on the way for Zerg, so their upgrades are pretty good. Random Dragoon gets caught off by these sneaky boys. They might get another. Oh, it does retreat. They're gonna decide to fight here. Probably not the best location. Yeah, realizing that, retreats up the hill. That's a better place to fight, certainly. Just gotta dodge that storm. Yep, backs off. Very good movement here from Izu. What's this probe doing? Maybe sent the wrong location. Yeah, you want to be making a 3rd base. Anyway, there's a big fight here. That storm kind of whiffs. It's only 2 Hydras with it. It's already forced back. Gets that storm off at the last second, so that Templar did not go to waste. Izu setting units to a 3rd base that doesn't exist, while the rest of his units died in the small Protoss army. Maybe a little bit of misplay there, but, you know, these units trade out reasonably well. There's hardly any Dragoons left. Reinforcements coming. Gotta be careful. That's a big storm, potentially. A big storm it was. I got home for Zerg. His drone count could be higher. Is not saturated as 3rd still. Looks like he's gonna just keep being aggressive here with this this Hydra play, Hydra lurker. Keeping some units at home for a potential drop. And is recontaining the Protoss here, denying that base. Still making some drones here. Yeah, gonna fill out that base. So droning up here after all that aggression. He's got the Protoss recontained, so it's safe to keep droning. Though you don't want to eat too many of those big storms. Yeah, getting another good pickoff there. There's no energy on this Templar. But not all his units were here at once, so Protoss might break out again. Looking a little desperate to get out. Yeah, pulls back the Templar and still hasn't used the storm. Loses the fresh one, though. That's too bad. If he had 2 Templars right now, you gotta wonder how different this game could be. It gets a storm. Loses it immediately, but, you know, a fair storm right there. A Zerg back into make unit. No extra tech spotted just yet. Retreats back to high ground. Okay, 4th base is being made. The aggression may be toned down a little bit here. Confirms that 3rd base is being taken here and is going straight for it with some of his units. Using these as a distraction. Razz realizing, yeah, these guys are going to try and take out my 3rd. I need that. So we're kind of throwing away a couple of guys there, but that's okay. We're desperate to keep this alive. This is what's important. In the meantime, still on lair tech, not getting any other upgrades. Would at least like to see maybe a +1 thrown in. He is a bit low on gas, so I understand why not. Need that gas for all the Hydras and Lurkers you can afford. Likely we'll see the extra investment once this 4th base goes up. These 4 Hydras being an incredible nuisance here. Big engagement here, though. These lurkers are a bit forward. So losing their lives a little needlessly, but there's a lot more where they came from. trading could be just fine, especially when Protoss takes most of their army to fight 4 Hydras. Looking a bit rough for Protoss here. Good storm, though. That's what you need. A couple more of those. You might be back in business. These Hydras are low, but there's only 4 Dragoons here. Some of these are full health. Okay. Yeah, especially when all the shots are going on the higher health ones first and the lower health ones get to live. That's not what you want to see. Okay, once again, these lurkers taken out. Protoss gets out, their third base is still up. Could see an immediate pro transfer now that he's free. Okay, there was aggression here that occurred. There was a shuttle with Dark Templars in it, I think. Looks like got fended off when all that was going down. Now there's the shuttle. There is a High Templar left in it. Looks like he stormed the third base. Lots of drones being remade. These small counterattacks that Razz are getting in are very crucial to keeping him in the game here. Because that's several unit cycles now that could have been more units he could be using to kill Razz, but instead he has to remake drones. Definitely buying a lot of time. Razz is still on a knife's edge here. Ooh, this High Templar does get picked up and gets his storm off first, and it was a good one. And losing this army. Maybe he wants to reconsolidate here, because Frost is starting to build up their army count, and Izu's used up most of his. There was another attack here that I didn't see. So Razz being really sneaky while all this is going down. Lurker drop did occur, but it didn't end up doing all that much. So Razz well prepared for it this time. It might have been the Lurker just running in. There happened to be an Overlord there, but I'm pretty sure it's Overlord drop. Spire being made now, so we could see a Muta switch. No gas at the third yet, or fourth. Here's the shuttle. Looks like there's another storm drone coming in, but Izu, good reaction, sees it. So the shuttle continues on to the natural, and these drones are like, oh shit. Here we go again. Denying some crucial mining here. Alright, Scourge are done. This shuttle will get picked off. Good job on Razz sneaking all that damage in while this aggression's going on. Yeah, very intense game. No hive started yet. But it's low on money. Yeah, I've droned up heavily again. Actually, no, that's the transfer from the third. Has not been sent back. Oh, there's engagement this whole time. Frost pushing up the ramp. It looks like killing most of these units here. There was not enough. Looks like half of Izu's army was at home. He's taking a 5th base. Keep it an eye if Frost is taking a 4th. Protoss is mined out also. Archons are being made because now minerals all of a sudden are very precious to Razz. Fighting here with no storms. They're not here yet. It's the one guy even. It's time to retreat. A little too far forward there. Oh, this don't lose the Templars. Gotta be careful with them. This Lurker here slowly regenning its health. Okay, looks like Razz is securing a 4th base now. Well, since Izu lost a few drone lines, these minerals are going to stick around for a while, so He'll be okay in the economic department for a while yet. Razz is the one who's really in trouble here. Oh, speaking of, there's an engagement here. Storm looking all good. Storming his own observer, only one left. The other storms have been good on the Zerg units, and most of them are cleaned up. Artosis says you're way better than him, but we already knew that. Well, thanks for the confirmation. Arto chat is coming. Oh no. Okay, a bit of a lull in the fighting. It's been very back and forth. Very scrappy. Delighted. Yeah, I'm delighted to see you guys. Hello. Hello. Hey, guys. Welcome. CPL match, Tier 0. They're very good. It's 1-1. Thank you, Artosis, for the raid.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
Maybe I should have turned those
killer.
off. Alright, looks like another engagement here. Other engaging here. See,
remind yourself
Razz.
that
Okay,
overconfidence
Razz is low on his economy here. He needs to
killer.
get this base up and
Remind
running.
yourself
I
that
really should turn
overconfidence
this
is a
off.
slow and insidious killer.
I'm sorry, guys. Gotta do this for at least these good games.
You want a piece of me, boy? How quickly the tide turns.
Oh,
The
God.
underscore ambulance cheered. X300.
Thank you. Check out the CPL Discord. There's a exclamation point CPL command while you're here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Scammed? Jambulance, you got scammed. Thank you for the W's. Anyway, things happened here. Proas was engaging this whole time, and looks like he's pushed through. Killed all that army. Well done, guys. You know what? I have the power of time travel at my disposal. Anyway, in a universe where I wasn't raided by Artosis, we're back here. Okay, this game has been incredibly scrappy. This series has been very close. Looks like Razz is now pushing back up the hill again. No, Lurker's not even finished. It's dead. Looks like this Zealot confirms that Izu has taken a 5th base. Izu looking to maybe take a 6th at some point. Anyway, Razz is going to be a lot healthier now he's back on 2-base mining with the 3rd and 4th up and running. Izu still on 3-base mining, so we're basically back to where we were before. His army's looking a bit thin. It's not here to fight the Protoss. Right here. But he's able to just sandwich himself into the natural here and pick off some of these reinforcing units. Ooh, he's gonna get the +1 melee upgrade. So Zerglings will be less effective once that's killed. You know, the +3 armor that Bro's eventually gonna be quite tanky against these Zerglings, but these Zerglings have attack speed with their adrenal glands. So they'll do big damage. Archon's also very good against Zerglings. Archon Zealot just annihilates Zerglings. Losing the extra production buildings, but that might not matter considering it's a bit low eco, or at least low enough. Well, I shouldn't call 3-base mining low eco. But he's gonna lose his tech here if nothing is done about this. Hydra Dead being targeted first, then we'll probably see the Spire go down. It does have 30 health left. There we go. Defiler Mound is probably next. Doesn't have Consume done. This is huge. Actually, this could cost Izu the game. No Consume on his Defilers. Yeah, the Mario stuff is 2 doors down, guys. Ransacked main. Yeah, gonna lose his Hive and Queen's Nest. These poor Defilers don't have Consume. They're just gonna sit here. Counterattack of Zergling Defile. It looks like this is swinging in Razz's favor. Considering all game, Izu had him on the ropes. Going to take a 5th base. If he could secure this game's probably in the bag for him. And we have lots of Defilers, but none of them have Consume. Fire Mound is remade. Oh, even double expanding, feeling a little overconfident, maybe, not maybe. Izu gonna take that base down here. Where's he remaking his tech? Okay, spawning pool is remade here. No Hydra Den. This looks bad for Izu. I think Razz has done it here. Oh, he's gonna even lose his Defiler here. Izu needs everything he can get right now. Because now he's on the back foot. Trying to get the Dark Swarm on here. But most of the Zerglings are dead, and then they turn around to fight Archons, so this end up doing nothing. That's too bad. However, the reinforcements could do something about this. If only they could reach the Dark Swarm, or there was another Dark Swarm with these 6 Defilers here just chilling. A bit of larva mismanagement having that many Defilers just hanging out. That's unfortunate. Izu did an incredible job this series. Oh no, the poor Defilers have to wait for energy like every other spellcaster unit. Oh. How terrible. Well, it looks like Plague's underway. I think he did research Consume. We'll see in a bit here. We're going for pickoffs on these Templars. That's always nice to see. Razz, on the other hand, continuing to build out of his gateways. No other tech choices seem to be in play yet. Oh, there it is. Revert. Yeah, check out the VODs if you're interested in seeing this series. It has been incredible. Okay, Reaver Templar will keep this base safe from all these Zerglings. Okay, Lurker's defending that position, but Izu is, like, running low on stuff. He doesn't have the production buildings, it looks like, to keep up. He's now mined out. But he did re-secure this base. Oh, which is discovered, so this base actually might be going down. Yeah, the Zell is tanking the Sunken. This base goes down. This is probably the winning move here. Without this, Izu, I think, is done for. I think if this game kept going on... Okay, that being said, this base is going to go down here. Izu finally getting it, but I think Izu is in the position where he needed another base more than Protoss did. This is not an ideal trade, but something at least, and gets the Robo facility. But, you know, Razz has another one back at home. Not the biggest loss there for him. Okay, yeah, another Reaver over here, so this is another well-defended base, even if it's not just mining yet. Alright, let's see how effective these Zerglings are. Storm goes down. Good dodge, but that Scarab exploded Reaver and the Defiler and a bunch of Zerglings. Anyway, as I was saying, I think if Izu managed to secure this base, he would be able to go up on tech more, be able to afford to do more things. I think what's really hampered him is he's not replaced his hatchery count. You can see how his mineral count is like kind of high. Wasn't able to replace his tech and his production abilities that he was before, and that's really gonna cause him. Oh, these drones could be in for a world of hurt here. Force Templar gets friendly fired by storms. Actually, the drones escape, but that doesn't matter. This is looking to be real over at this point. A valiant effort on both sides. Izu maybe not realizing the position he's in, still going for broke here, trying to break this, but is unable. Going up here to try and break this. This observer is gonna be very important here because there are lurkers. The observer's taken out. The lurkers will hold this. Well, they're both dead, so that doesn't matter. Spire finally being remade, but a little too late. Izu is very dead here. But again, valiant effort. I highly recommend checking this out if you're interested in this game. The series has been very good. Very, very good. Lots of back and forth aggression. Well, he lives for now, but at what cost? Ross is on 3 base mining. Zerg is on 1 drone mining. You know. Some guys might say, I didn't hear no bell. Dark Templars here to finish the job, maybe? Overlords. I didn't hear no bell. I still got 1 drone. Saw a shuttle. What's in the shuttle? Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. Storm on the single drone, but he made another. GG's called. Actually amazing series. Here, I'll turn the things back on for you guys. Turn back the channel points. Okay.
The underscore Jambulance cheered.
For you,
X300.
Oh, it's the W count. You got scammed by Streamlabs. Oops. Maybe I'll lower Keck W at some point. I think I made it a little too pricey. Here, that means we have 1 more. One more today. That is Type and Havior, which is going to be a ZVT, so we'll get the lovely Terran race in there. Here, since Streamlabs scam Jambulance, We'll do this the hard way. Are you happy now? There you go. I am very considerate, okay? Thank you for the bits, Jambulance. I appreciate it. Despite your intentions. We've had a matchup with each race against each other. TVP, PVZ, and now TVZ. No, the first one was a TVT, so we did not get a PVT today. Regrettably, but the TVT was reasonably good. Okay, we're back to Vermeer. Big 4-player map as usual. I like that map though. I think it's one of my favorite 4-player maps. Alright, here we go. Last one today. Top left, we have Type 100. Top right, we have Havior. My screen cut off. Oh, we seem to be fine. Bit stuttery. You know, some of these guys don't like playing in laggy conditions, but, you know, if you're an Artosis watcher, you already know all about that. So anyway, I wonder what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see mech? Since this is relatively high level or higher level players, I don't think we'll see mech. We'll probably see just bio. Going for a 9 pool here. Does the extractor trick to build a drone so you can build another unit. Get over the max supply. No barracks being made, nothing out of the ordinary here. We're not seeing a refinery, so indeed be bio. Yeah, that's how you say lag dog in Korean. Alright, looks like 6 Zerglings being made. The Overlord is blocking me. Yep, that's 6. Sees the direction of the scout. Oh, that's a spinny boy. He sees the 6 Zerglings, and this SCV is delaying them a bit. So, maybe in for an anticlimactic game here. Oh, pulls back all those SCVs because they had minerals. He needs his money. Yeah, this looks like an easy hold. 5 Zerglings against this. Unless you don't repair. That's a little important. Realizing he needs to repair. Good. And pulls back the others because it looks like it's health, but that might be overconfidence. There are more Zerglings on the way. This is an off-center hatchery that might clue him in, but maybe he thought he'd cancel and remake it. But this is a Zergling all-in. With speed. I have Zergling speed. Just started. Pulls the drones off gas. Yeah, this is all-in. Okay, brings back more SCVs, thinking, you know what? Oh, as I say that, he pulls back too. He's getting that Marine count higher and higher. Once they get high enough, then fighting up a ramp with a bunch of Zerglings is not gonna go well, even with speed. He's checking with the links. He's like, yep, he does indeed have Marines in his blocking with 2 SCVs. Might actually not see the SCV count. He's committed regardless. Their way, this will end soon here. And Terran building the high ground command center. Ooh. Getting a little bit of free damage. Yeah, holding these guys back. Link speed is done. I don't think you revealed Link speed to Terran. He might just be waiting for Havior to push out. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I think Type has this. Havior moved out. Now all of a sudden all these Zerglings get a nice surround and they're killing the Marines. All the Marines are going down except for these 2 at the ramp, but there's not enough blocking here. GG's called. That was anticlimactic, but yeah. Scary stuff. I think that's one of those situations where if you're unsure, send out a scout first before you expand. But you know, you never know. You might be expecting an honorable game, and then all of a sudden it's not. Anyway, a quick 1-0 there. On to the next one. We're going to Radion. Away we go. -1 honor for every Zergling you make. Okay. Bottom right, we have Havior. Bottom left, we have Type 100. Okay. You know, that's a salty Terran moment right there. You just get rushed down by Zerglings all of a sudden. Just when you move out, you realize, wow, if I just sat there, I would have killed him. You know, it happens. It's the struggle of the Terran race. Gotta watch for those sudden all-ins, but you can't account for all of them. Anyway, Overlord's being made here, so we're not gonna see play like that this game. A depot being made down here. Going to first scout with the Overlord. Hey, it looks like a 12 hatch. Yep, there it's sent out. And barracks being built in the main. So no forward 8 racks or a wall at the natural with Marines being sent to punish this. Or at least force things out of the Zerg. So this is kind of nice for Zerg, but it's like kind of whatever. Not a huge deal. But they're both scouting the same way, so they're not going to see each other for a while. This Overlord doesn't yet know, but will soon. You can join CPL by joining their Discord and sign up. Since the season's already started, you will be on a waiting list, however. Alright, still scouting in the same way. They realized this. I think Zerg? Did he pull back his Overlord? It's like he doesn't yet realize, since he pulled back his Overlord, not see these guys come out. A lair on the way. Probably see Mutallica Man, as usual for this matchup, especially versus Bio. Two racks. It realizes now since the drone back, but this is the last scout for Havior. Not ideal. Scouting the Zerg 3 minutes 30 seconds into the game. Is being blocked by these Zerglings, can't get in. Always annoying when that happens. Okay. Gonna build the spire behind, like, it's ZVZ. Not a huge deal, though. Just a fun little position to put your spire. It's nice and safe back there. Okay. Again, transferring 4 SCV is good. I like to see the small amount of workers being pulled for transfers. Maybe even slightly too many, considering this is unsaturated now. Actually, that one SCU is building a supply depot, so, you know, not much miss. Something happened out here. A couple Zerglings came in to fight the Marines by themselves. They lost one for a single Zergling. Lots of drones. Should see larva being saved now for the spire. There's one Zergling feeling brave, trying to kill that one Marine from before. Actually, it was a different one. Now there's 2 yellow guys, but they're medics. They're fine. Zerg is aware of this move out, so here's the Sunkens. Not the greatest placement, but hey, if it works. Ooh, tried to sneak a base, but gets scouted. Very nice. And all of a sudden, the Marines are like, hey, what are you doing? Once again, we have 2 random Zerglings being brave, trying to pick off guys. Okay, hatchery's canceled before they get there. Maybe the drone escapes. Does, but it was spotted. SCV killed by the mutas. This Marine is angry, but the mutas are prioritizing stopping this one Marine. Interesting choice. Scans go down somewhere. Probably on the main and natural. But Terran should be relatively aware that this base is here. Doesn't yet have enough to pressure this. Back at home, he has a bunker and turrets, lots of turrets. Oh, that's a lot of mutas picking these guys off. They'll die. That's a lot of turrets. Maybe way too many and not enough units. Where are the barracks? There's only 2. How much else? Oh, and there's no turrets in the main. Other than the 2 by the barracks. Sir finds that weakness. Which he might. He's probably rotating around now to the main. Yeah, 2 barracks is like, that's not enough to sustain a large army. Here's finding barracks counts. Killing the SV, making a 3rd. Finds out, hey, look. Wow, your main is pretty naked here. I'm gonna exploit that to the best visibility. Fighting the low amounts of Marines in a choke. This is looking all but over here. I guess, we're a bit spoiled by the previous match. This one's a bit one-sided. Going for the eBay. Besides, nah, it doesn't matter. GG's called. Well, a bit anticlimactic, but, you know, it was reasonably well played. Man. Razz vs. Izu was amazing, though. I will say that. Definitely incredible to see. As Terrence, bro, is just triggering you. Oh, I'm sorry. We tried our best, okay? Get some ant game. No, no. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for the raids again. Very, very good games. I think next week I might go back to Tier 1, but I might do another Tier 0. I was a bit burnt out doing, like, the really long ones. Yeah, we'll see. We actually might be checking out some well-known names next week. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, find someone to raid here. Yeah, no worries, guys. That was fun. I actually really enjoyed Razz vs. Izu. Yeah, GG's. I think, yeah, my next stream may be on, like, Thursday or something, play some more Dragon Age Origins. Once we're done that, maybe go back to more ladder, Brood War ladder. Yeah, I am also waiting for the full release of PoE 2. I want to play that. Full release. That's something I definitely will side game on stream once it's out. Alright, here. Send you guys over here. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later.